Cheers to the beauty. Hello everybody and welcome to my newest video. So today I had something a little bit different planned, but this baby came in, the Cheers to the Beauty palette by Coloured Raine. So we're gonna do a first impression of this. As you can see, I have no highlight on, no eyeshadow on, so we're just gonna try this on, see how it works, give you my final thoughts, if it's worth it or not, see how it performs. Anyway, as you probably know from seeing my previous videos, I am completely obsessed with the Coloured Raine eyeshadows, so I have really high hopes. I was excited for this palette ever since it was sneak peek for the first time, which was a few months ago. Yeah, let's leave it at that, a few months ago. So I've been obsessed with this. I couldn't wait for it to come out, and I have received this, so I can't wait to play with it. So without any further ado, let's get into the video. So this is how the palette looks like without the cardboard sleeve. Exactly the same like the sleeve packaging. It's nice navy blue with these little firework thingies that are a bit protruding a little bit, so you can feel the bubbles with your fingers. And oh, is that hollow? Is that hollow? Oh yeah. So apparently it's hollow as well. I didn't notice that before. So in this gorgeous palette, this is how it looks on the inside. A gorgeous navy metallic cardboard inside. You have a highlighter and you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 matte shades and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 metallic shades. So I'm gonna give you a little bit of a closer look here on all the shadows. I will do some swatches for you as well and insert them somewhere over there so you can see them, but I can't be talking any longer and not using this palette, so let's get right into it. So my face is missing a very important thing, the highlighter. So I'm gonna take my Anastasia Beverly Hills A23 highlighter brush and go into Luxurious Bling, swipe, tap off, and let's get into this. A little bit more. On the other side. It seems like it's pink duochrome. Yeah, it seems a bit duochromy to me. Can you see? Let me turn down the light a little bit. So it is a white base highlighter with a pink duochrome. I can see that clearly in my mirror, but I'm not sure if you can see it in the camera. So I like it. It's a bit powdery. Let's put it on the bridge of my nose. The Cupid's bow. Just put a little bit more on. You can never have enough highlighter on. So happy how that looks like. I'm gonna zoom you in a little bit so you can see. So that's the highlighter. As you can see, it's not pale white. It has a bit of, I would say, gold and pink shimmers in it. Yeah, that's how it looks like. It's on the nose and on the other side. Yeah. And now I'm gonna give you a little swatch, so here. I'm gonna try to show you the reflects. I don't know if you can see them so well. But there's definitely some pink and gold reflects in it. So that's the highlighter. I'm pretty happy with how it looks like. It shows up on the skin. It's not very crazy. I don't know if this is too dark for my skin. Might be too dark for my skin if I'm wearing a lighter foundation. I'm wearing a little bit of a darker foundation. So that's that. Like that so far. And now let's move on to the eyeshadows. So I have zoomed you in a little bit for this part, because we're gonna apply some eyeshadows. So my eyes are already primed with the Benefit Air Patrol primer, and I'm just gonna set it with this bone white shade called Boutonniere. So just gonna grab that on a flat brush and pat it all over the lid to set the eye primer. Oh my god, guys, you don't even know how excited I am to be finally using this palette. I love Coloured Raine. I love everything Coloured Raine does. Well, I haven't tried any of their highlighters or anything, but I love the lipsticks and the eyeshadows, 100%. Okay, so now that we set the primer, let's move on to do some crease work. So moving on to the crease, I'm gonna grab my Morphe blending brush from the Christmas set. If you can see that. Yeah, that's my Morphe brush from the Christmas set, and I'm gonna go with this brush into the shade over here that's called Powder Room. So just gonna tap that, get the excess off, and get that into the crease. As you can see, that's nicely pigmented and it's blending out pretty well. Add a bit more. Let me sit up a bit more straight so you can see me. So, still blending the shade Powder Room. That's gonna be a nice base for our crease. I'm gonna show you how the palette looks like after me digging into the shade. You can see you got some powderiness going on over there, but nothing too major. Shadow is pigmented, it's blending out really nicely, so to be honest, I'm not bothered about that. Now, blow off the excess. I'm gonna go with another blending brush with the Morphe E13, and I'm gonna go into the shade that's on the bottom corner, Raise a Glass, which is a, I would say, a mauvey kind of color. So get it on the brush, tap it off, and let's work it into the crease. Ooh, okay, you're not playing, are you? So again, beautiful pigmentation. It's blending out. Let me put my mirror closer so I can see what I'm doing without my glasses. So again, this is blending out really nicely, as you can see. Just need to adjust my mirror here so you can see everything I'm doing. Now back into the shade and do the same thing on the other eye. Tap off the excess, because like I said, the shadows are very powdery. You don't want to go in without tapping off your brush, because you can see how pigmented the shadows are. You don't want to put all of that in your crease and then blending it out for 2 hours, do you? Not like that doesn't happen to us, does it? So those are the two shades blended out. As you can see, that's really nice and blended and pigmented. So I am very happy with these two so far. Now let's move on to adding some other ones. Again, I'm going to show you the palette after digging into it, if I can. It's too reflective. The camera doesn't want to pick it up. Okay, as you can see, it's a bit powdery over there, but again, I don't care if the shadows perform like this. Well, if all of them perform like this, that's the thing. Now I'm going to grab... Oh, now I'm gonna grab another Morphe brush without a number. It looks like this. It's just a fluffy pointy brush, and I'm gonna go into the shade Debonair over here, a nice burgundy red. So tap off the excess and get right into that crease to deepen it up. That's beautiful. That is just beautiful. Exactly what I expected from Coloured Raine eyeshadows. Exactly what I expected. I am not disappointed. Okay, I'm gonna zoom you in once more and show you what I've done. So, these are the three shades blended together. I would say that's really nice and blended and beautiful without any lines. The shadows are extremely pigmented and just the usual Coloured Raine shadows. I'm gonna show you this eye just for fun. I'm just gonna keep blending because I want to. I have an irrational fear of my eyeshadow being unblended. Well, I've used 4 of the 5 matte shades, and There's one more that's called Vintage Feels. I just don't feel like it's gonna go with my eye look, so I'm just gonna leave that one for next time. Just can't stop blending. It's a disease, I would say. So now, what are we gonna do with the lid? So I'm gonna grab my Royal & Langnickel small shader brush and let's get started on the lid. So which colors do I gravitate towards the most is the Diamond Jubilee color, which is this gorgeous silver, bright silver. This one is a little bit darker silver, and this blue actually. So this blue called Opulence, which has some little flecks of different colored glitters in it. So let's just do something with these two then. So I'm gonna grab Diamond Jubilee on my flat shader brush, tap off the excess and go into the inner third of the eye. By the way, using it dry as it comes. I'm not into doing first impressions and wetting the eyeshadows because it's not really a first impression. You can make anything work if you wet it. Any eyeshadow can be amazing if you foil it, even if it's crap, so we're just doing it how it's supposed to be done, just naturally. I think I'm gonna pop this in the inner corner as well. I'm so excited I can't even speak. So that's how that looks like. I'm gonna zoom you in again. So that's the shade called Diamond Jubilee. As you can see, gorgeous silver sparkles. I love this shade. Now I'm gonna go back in the crease with the original first brush and no product on it, just to merge them a bit together. And does the blue go with the, yeah, let's just do it. So I'm gonna grab BH Cosmetics 102, just a flat shader brush, and we're gonna go into Opulence. We're gonna take a couple swipes of that and I'm gonna place it into the outer V. That's what we are gonna do. Oh wow, see that? That's beautiful. It's a beautiful blue color. It's very vibrant and you can see it has different colors, like purple or pinkish sparkles in it, and it makes it look really nice. A bit more unique than your just your standard blue color. I'm loving the pigmentation on this. So I'm just patting it in again on this eye. And now going again with that brush that I applied Diamond Jubilee with, I'm just gonna try to blend them together on the lid so there's no like harsh transition line of one going into one starting and the other one ending. We want them sort of like melting into one another. So now that we have that done, we return again with the first brush and blend the crease again. If there's any harsh lines created by the blue, we're just gonna get rid of them and get a bit of the blue in the crease. We're deepening it up. Okay, I'm gonna zoom you in so I can show you. There's some, I don't know, I wouldn't say intense, but there's some fallout from the blue on my cheek. So now let's see if we can successfully get rid of it without smearing blue all over my face. But just look at the blue. Looks really nice, packed on, complements the silver beautifully. I'm actually liking this look, so. Now I'm gonna take a clean, just a powder brush and brush this fallout off. And there's silver specks all over my face. The blue is gone. The blue is mostly gone. It's just the silver that stayed, but it's not that noticeable. So next time when I'll use this palette, I'll use it before doing my eyeshadow, so just beware of that. At least the fallout doesn't really stain your skin and smear everywhere, so that's a bonus. And now let's do something to the lower lash line. I don't usually put any shadows on my lower lash line because I wear glasses and you can't really see it anyway, and it just makes my eyes look smaller, but since we're testing this out, let's just go for the sake of it. And I'm feeling a bit adventurous today, so let's use this gorgeous shade called Black Butterfly and some no-name brush and just dip into that, tap it off, and just go on the lower lash line. Okay, it's applying really nicely. The specks of confetti glitter are staying in it actually. I'm surprised. Okay, and now I'm gonna blend it out using this brush and putting a little bit of powder room on it, tapping it off. And I'm just gonna blend it out. Okay, so that's the lower lash line blended out. I am quite happy with this eye look. I'm just gonna pop some mascara on and see if it all comes together, put some lipstick on, and then we're gonna talk about the palette. So this is the finished eye look. I just popped some mascara on and I've put blue liner in my waterline just to tie it all together. I have used the Sephora contour eye pencil in a blue color. So I have popped that on my waterline to tie the look together. So this is how it looks with the mascara and everything on. I think it looks really nice. It's a really great eye look, I would say, in my opinion. So I am very satisfied with it. So keeping with the theme of Coloured Raine, we're gonna use the liquid matte paint. I think that's how they called matte liquid lipstick from Coloured Raine in the shade Marshmallow. So this is how that looks like. Nice nudie color, amazing staying power, great pigmentation. Love these liquid lipsticks. So I'm gonna put that on and I'm gonna be back to tell you my thoughts. Okay, so I got my lipstick on, I finally don't feel naked, and now it's time to tell you my final thoughts about this palette. So, first of all, let's just take a look at it, how it looks after being used. I blew off the powder a couple of times, I'm sorry. It's hard to film this because it's so reflective. So I don't know if you can see it, but it is a bit powdery. So let's start with some general information about this palette. It is sold on Beauty Bay as the UK retailer for £45, which I think is a really good deal because you get 12 shadows plus a highlighter. The Queen of Hearts palette is, I think, 12 shadows and no highlighter, and it's around the same price, maybe £2 difference. So that's that. I think the price is definitely good. It's not too high, it's not too low. You're paying for the quality, and the quality is truly amazing. So now, what I don't like about this palette is the fallout. Who likes fallout? I don't. So now I have a little specks of silver on my face, but next time I'll know better. I'll know to do my eyes first before my eyeshadow. I like the highlighter. I think the highlighter is really nice. I'm just a bit worried that it might be too dark for me, but I can see that better in person than you probably can in camera. But that's, I think, the two negatives I have, the fallout and that the highlighter might be too dark for me, but that's not even a negative for the palette, it's just my skin tone. So that's that. Now for the positives. There's plenty of positives. So the colors are great. The blendability of the mattes and the pigmentation is amazing. Like I said, I don't mind one bit. It's a bit powdery. I don't care as long as the shadows are blendable and they perform well. It can be as powder as it wants to be. Just tap the excess off. Make sure of that, or you're gonna end up with a smear of shadow in your crease and trying to blend it out for hours. Which has happened to me before, but I'm smarter now and I tap the excess off. Do that, kids. Tap the excess off. What's this PSA about? Okay. All the shimmers that I have tried, I've tried 1, 2, 3 of the shimmers and 4 of the mattes. The shimmers are amazing, the pigmentation is great. Just beware of the fallout, but the way it looks on the eye is just amazing. So my final thoughts are, is it worth it? Hell yeah, it's worth it. Of course. Coloured Raine eyeshadows are amazing. This palette is a good deal. If you're looking to try them out, go with this one or go with the Queen of Hearts one. Both of them are equally amazing. Just the Queen of Hearts doesn't have as much fallout as this one does in my opinion. So I'm loving this. I'm happy I got it. I'm gonna be using the shit out of it and all the other Coloured Raine eyeshadows I have. So this is another hit from Coloured Raine. I'm loving it. I'm gonna keep loving it and I can't wait for more things they come out with. Hey guys, so thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed this video and my little eye look that I made with experimenting with this palette. If you wanna find me on any other socials, it's gonna be down below as always. My Instagram, my Twitter. Please give it a like, subscribe, all that crap. More exciting videos are coming in the future every Wednesday and every Sunday at 5 p.m. UK time, so keep your eyes peeled. I'm gonna be posting on my Instagram and usually I post on my Twitter as well. The new video is coming out. Thank you for the support and I'll be seeing you soon. Cat out.